Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So as you can see, today I'm not doing an unboxing video. Today I'm actually doing kind of like a vlog. I decided to post a room tour just because in the next couple of months I will be moving. So I just wanted to create this video so in the future I can look back at it and just make sure that everything in my room is similarly to how I will be putting it in my new room. So yeah, and I also just like looking at other people's room tours just so I can get some inspiration from the rooms and stuff. So yeah, so I think I'll start with the stuff in the back, and then go on from there. And I'll leave my doll collection towards the end of the video. I know that a lot of people are here for that, so if you guys want to skip to that, it's totally fine. I do not mind at all. So yeah, so let's see the back first. And yeah, so first up we have some portraits. This one I got from an antique store, and pretty much all of these I got from Home Goods, which pretty much all of my furniture is from Home Goods or IKEA. And if you guys can't find anything, I would just comment down below, and I'll probably get back to you guys. These two, or pretty much all of these, are from Home Goods except for that one. And this I actually drew myself. It's not that good, but I just wanted to hang this up, so I did decide to quickly draw this up. And yeah, I actually want to switch these out for some that look a little bit older. And yeah, eventually I want to have all of these have some prints that I found in antique stores or from thrifting. Moving on to over here, these lights don't actually turn on anymore. I'm not sure if they just need new batteries or what, but yeah, I got these from, I believe, Temu. And the vines I got from Amazon. They came in a huge pack, and I still actually have a lot of them left over. And yeah, I have this salt lamp, which I just found out yesterday when I was cleaning, but the salt lamp was kind of melting from when it was colder out. So yeah, so I have to go ahead and dust it off. I have this candle here I got from Home Goods, which I never burned, and this battery operated candle, which pretty much all the candles here are battery operated. I have 3 cats and 2 of them are kittens. You know how kittens are, they're curious, so I did not want to light any candles. I have these Lego orchids, or I'm not sure what the exact flower are, but yeah, I did my cousin actually built them for me. But yeah, and I just got the vase from, I believe, Target or Walmart. No, yeah, I think it was Walmart. And some shells, which I actually do not know where I got them from. And this light, which doesn't have any battery, but it's motion activated. It used to be on the wall, but I lost the little magnetic holder, so yeah. And this frame, which is from Home Goods. And on the wall here is, which the pages, which I actually also have some pages there, I got from a book which actually got some water damage when I used to go to school. But yeah, I accidentally spilled some water inside of my backpack, so the book got water damage to it, and that's actually how I lost my MacBook also. So yeah, so I just ripped out some of the pages and hanged them up just to have some more stuff on my walls. And this was before I even got a printer. Now I can just print out pictures and stuff. And yeah, here I have some, I think, some pictures. 2 of them are my cat, and 1 of them is from my first concert, which is Conan Gray. And here is my bedding, which my bedding is from IKEA. I really love the little floral details to it. I know it doesn't really go with my wall, nor the carpet, but yeah, I really love it. And here I have 2 plushies, which this is from Miniso in, I believe, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and this one is from Daiso in San Antonio, Texas. And I also want to mention that the walls look absolutely horrible. That's because I've never really painted my walls before. This is the first room where I could actually decorate and hang stuff and hang up stuff and actually paint the walls. So it was my first time ever painting it. So with that, I did an absolutely horrible job at painting the walls. But yeah, and these walls are paper thin. I currently live in a mobile home. I live with my parents currently. We're currently planning on moving to another city which isn't too far. Hopefully in the next house the walls will be like less delicate and stuff. But yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention, but I do have like my Mycene dolls. This one is my absolutely favorite one. That's like my favorite doll I own. And yeah, over here I have my carts, which I mainly use like as my book carts and like where I throw like all my electronics at. Starting off with this little bowl. This is meant to be like a little spoon holder, like for cooking and stuff, but I did like turn it into like a little jewelry holder. And I have this like little coaster here, which I use for like in the night when I drink water. I usually put my water bottle down there, and my Kindle, which I usually like reading before I go to bed, so I have it right next to me. And this little vase which I got from an antique store, and this Lego roses. And I actually put my pops like in the middle of the lamps. A few years ago there were a lot of people were doing it, and these are the Target lamps, which a lot of people were like doing this back then, and I just like left it like that. And yeah, at the bottom I actually have lights inside of this. This is like the little cutting board, which these two are like sold separately. This is a cutting board and this is a cart. And yeah, in the inside I have like some LED lights, so this does turn on. And yeah, in the bottom I have my Heartstopper books, which I think I'm missing a few books. And yeah, like I said, my camera batteries are charging, some remotes for my lights, some tarot cards, a book, a candle, and at the bottom I have some controllers and some more books. And here is my tower fan, which I have to get a new one because this one does not do the job at all. And yeah, here I have a cat bed, which my cats don't normally sleep in here. They usually sleep at like the little cardboard houses, which I have for them like in the living room and stuff. So moving on, here I have my blinds, which actually doubles as like a projector screen. And yeah, it's like very easy to pull down in the nights when I want more privacy or when I'm changing and stuff. And yeah, as you can see, I also put like some window film, and which creates like this really pretty effect. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but yeah, it does create like a really pretty effect down to the floor, which is really pretty. And that's like a little Christmas toy for my cats. And yeah, starting over here I have my turntable and pots I got from Anthropologie. I did put like a little plant from Target. And then I have like this little jewelry box which I got from an antique shop. And then a candle holder which I got from Bath and Body Works. I don't think they sell it anymore. And over here I have like the little star projector. And then another candle holder, which this is another candle that's operated by batteries. And then I have an old TV, which I believe is from the 90s. I did get it from eBay, and I currently do not have anything plugged into it, just because I have my Apple TV plugged into my projector. But yeah, I like followed a tutorial on how to like plug an Apple TV into like an old TV, and that's how I was using it for a while. But now I just have it like as a decoration, which I want to get a Roku, because it's like much less expensive than an Apple TV. And yeah, I actually got this from a blind box. My cats always knock this over. But yeah, I think I got it from Miniso. I'm not too sure. Going down, I do have a plant from IKEA, which my cats always knock over. By the way, all the plants here are fake. And yeah, I have some vinyls, which I need to put the plastic sleeves on, just because one of them did get some water damage or some condensation. I'm not sure why, but it was warping. And here I have some Monster High dolls from the Wednesday collab, some CDs, and a plant back there. And here I have some like perfume boxes, which actually got knocked over when I was moving it. So I definitely have to clean that up. And yeah, all of this pretty much is like temporary. Eventually I do want to put like a whole bunch of vinyls here, but these are like all the vinyls I own. And by the way, vinyls are like expensive. They're like $40 each. So yeah, but eventually I do want to like put vinyls all across. And yeah, at the bottom I do have like some storage bins where I put like most of my crafting material. This one is purely for my wires. And yeah, and here I have my cat's tube, which they like. They like all of them. Like this tube, I think I got it from PetSmart or Amazon. I'm not too sure. And this carpet, which I absolutely love. I got this from Home Goods, and I know that it doesn't really match the little floral material from the IKEA bedding sets. And I also want to mention that my floor is like all messed up. That's because when we originally moved, we were going to like switch it out for like wooden floors, but we just never got around to like switching it out. So it did like stay here. And yeah, especially over here, it's like really torn up bad. And yeah, I don't think I mentioned, but this lamp is from Home Goods also, which this lamp doesn't have any of the smart bulbs I have with my other lamps. I definitely need to buy a pack for those. And yeah, I think I'll go to my desk now, which all my pets are currently sleeping. So over here I have my smart doll, which in the night I do sit her on my shelf just so my cats don't knock her over while I'm sleeping. And yeah, here I have another lamp. This one is actually a little bit different. The base is round and I have another pop on there. And then my microphone, my water bottle, my keyboard and mouse, and my monitor, which I was currently playing Sims, but I didn't exit out because it takes like a really long time to like launch it, since I do have my Sims game in an SSD, where like all the mods are in an SSD, so it takes a little bit longer to load up. And then I have my laptop, which I do want to upgrade, but like I'm currently moving and like this is like fine for right now, so like I don't really mind like sticking to it right now. And yeah, moving my desk chair. Hopefully my cat doesn't wake up. Here I have my pegboard from IKEA, my headphones, some markers, and some scissors. And inside there's like some screws. Because this desk is originally supposed to be like an L shape, but I did like make it into like just a regular desk, just because I couldn't like fit an L-shaped desk right here. And yeah, we have like the mini BGDs I unboxed in an earlier video, and some capybaras also from Temu, which these lights, I don't know what I mentioned, but these lights are from Temu. And yeah, this little plant is from Daiso. It's a fake plant obviously, and some crystals which I got from an antique store. And this picture of Jane Fonda and her ex-husband, I believe. And yeah, oh, forgot to mention, but in the back I do have like some hard drives. The orange one is purely for Sims, and nothing except for Sims content is on there. And this one is where I store like all my videos and some of my games from Steam and stuff. So yeah, the orange one is, I believe, one terabyte, and the black one is 2 terabytes. And yeah, and if you guys notice, I do have like some holes on here, just because my board was my pegboard was previously hung on the back over here, but I did not like how it like looked. So I did like end up switching it over here, and it was previously like hung in the middle. I didn't like patch the hole. It has to like paint over it again. But yeah, moving on. Oh, and these pictures got from an antique shop in San Antonio, Texas. This is like a little lunch menu from the Conrad ship, and this is, I'm not sure what it is, but I liked how it looked. And yeah, here I have a little Lego piece, my Ken doll, which is the only Ken doll I own, and my I Heart Scara fashion doll, or the I Heart Fashion Scara doll, which I love, and another Barbie, and my Molola Jade, which she's actually hard to like display just because she's not the same height as my other Bratz dolls, and my Little Mermaid collection, which I got Ariel on sale for like $20. And yeah, and this shelf was originally like not supposed to be here, but I didn't have like that many space, so I did decide to like put it up. and that shelf over there was originally gonna go over here, either here or like on top of here, but I just never ended up doing it. I was basically gonna like switch around my whole room, but again, I never got around to do it. So yeah, moving on to my, oh, and here's my smart doll, which you guys can like go and watch my unboxing of her up on my YouTube channel. And yeah, here I have some pictures. This I got from Home Goods. The frame I got from Home Goods, and what's inside is actually like another thing from the Red, White, and Royal Blue book, which I don't think I mentioned what book it was, but yeah, it is the Red, White, and Royal Blue book. And then here I have some pictures of my parents and me, which I'm not sure if I will blur these out or what I will do. But yeah, and here is my mirror, and some vines are around it. I got this mirror from Home Goods, I believe, and the vines came in the Amazon sets, and I actually had like a light hanging up there, but it like was kind of like leaning forward, so I did decide to like take it out. But when I took it out, the holes became too big, so I couldn't like put it back. So I have to like patch that up. And then all along my door frame there are like vines, and I do currently have like my door open for my pets. And yeah, over here I have like this little plant, some cat toys, and a storage bin because I recently sold one of my dolls. I actually sold my Mo Lola Jade in box, just because she was like too big to display, which she's actually also too big to display, so I just kind of like put her up there. I eventually like want to get like a corner shelf where I put like all my inbox dolls, which are too big to like store. So yeah, I kind of like wanted to I kind of want to get like a dedicated shelf for like my inbox dolls. So now moving on to my doll shelves, which is probably like the most favorite thing I have in my room. As you guys can see, I do have like a lot of dolls. Some of them are actually in storage. And yeah, I think I will start with like the top shelf. So here are all my Creep production dolls. And yeah, I own all of them. I did get all of them when they first dropped. I believe I got all of these from the Mattel Creation site, and then Wave 2 I got from Amazon, and all of these I also got from Amazon. And in the back I actually have like the Wednesday Addams collab. I did like go ahead and like tape the back of the box together so I could like make kind of like a backdrop, and the accessories are up there also. Moving down, I do have like my Beetlejuice dolls, and my Squid Game doll, and another I Heart Fashion Claudine. And in the back I do have like some Pop dolls from the Scarlet Witch and Vision. And over here I have my G3 Monster High dolls. I do have this like little gap down here just because I like putting my smart doll here in the night so my cats don't like mess with her and don't bite her. She was very expensive, so I really like taking care of her and make sure that nothing bad happens to her. And yeah, I usually like just push Abby to the side so she can fit in here. And yeah, I have Venus, which actually I painted some pretty details on Venus. Not sure if you guys can see that. Not a lot. I just like kind of like put some silver marker on her. And yeah, I eventually like want to push this level up just because, as you can see, some of their headpieces or hairstyles don't really fit. So I definitely want to, well, what I eventually want to do is like get a shelf for like, for example, like one shelf for my G3, one shelf for my G1, one shelf for all my Barbies, and one shelf for like all of my Bratz dolls, and just one shelf for like all my miscellaneous dolls, like Disney dolls or like anything else, my Rainbow High dolls. Okay, so I'm back. I actually thought that I had run out of battery, but in fact I ran out of like storage, so I have to like get a new cord for that. So yeah, hopefully I have like enough storage to like finish this video. But yeah, here below I have like my my Illy doll from Disney. She was the Target exclusive, I believe, and another Monster High doll, which I don't have another stand for her, that's why she's at the bottom here. And some McDonald's toy. I actually found this like in a storage bin. I'm not sure whose it was, but I did end up putting it here. And this like little vase from, it's not a vase, it's like a little bottle. I think I got it from Spirit Halloween. And some books. These are like the Disney villain books, and then like a little book nook I did, which it actually took me like 2 days, and I actually had a lot of trouble with the lighting, which my dad actually ended up doing for me. And then I have a Little Mermaid here, which this is actually some YouTube merch. I believe the YouTuber I got it from was Jessie V. I'm not sure if you guys know who she is. I used to watch her when I was a kid, and I decided to get like some merch from her. I'm not sure if she still sells this or not. But yeah, over here I do have like some bags with jewelry in them. And yeah, oh, and over here I have some little figures from like Blind Boxes. This is from Blind Box, and this is from Blind Box. This I got from Cracker Barrel. I actually had to like do this myself. It was a little punch needle kit, and it actually took me again 2 days. It wasn't really hard to do actually. I actually had a lot of fun doing it. And a print I bought the prints from someone. I found them on Twitter. I forgot who their name was, but I did end up buying their print, and just like putting it in the frame, which the frame actually had on this wall, but ended up falling off, so I did just put it here. And behind them I actually have some more pops, some more Funko Pops from WandaVision, and a Nintendo game over there, which I'm not sure why that's there. But yeah, moving on. Over here are my Barbies, which this one is not a Barbie. This is my Glinda doll, which I did start like DIYing her dress, but unfortunately I ran out of glue and I ran out of the like small rhinestones, so I did have to like kind of stop. And yeah, here I have my favorite Barbie I own. I did like rebody her and like redress her up. And yeah, another like, I think that's also from McDonald's. I'm not too sure where I got it from. And this little cup I got from Christmas, I believe, or my birthday. I forgot where I got it. And this another thing I got from a Blind Box. And actually, I don't really have enough stands to like all stand them up, so they are kind of like just sitting down. These two are actually sitting down on the boxes from like the fashion packs. So yeah, moving on. Over here I have my projector, which does project straight onto this screen, and I have my Apple TV plugged into it, and some journals, which I love collecting journals, but I do not like writing in them. Yeah, I've like tried writing in them, but as much as I try writing in them, I just cannot like get into it. So yeah, so here I have more dolls. I actually have a Mycene doll, which I actually cut her hair myself. It was my first time cutting bangs. And then next to her I have a Barbie. I believe it's like the little I think it's like the Tooth Fairy doll. I'm not too sure. I got her from like an antique store. She was like one of the only dolls they had, so, and she wasn't too expensive, so I did decide to get her. And yeah, moving on to the bottom, I have my Bratz dolls, which I didn't have to like store some of my Bratz dolls away. Which I have some dolls here and some boxes, some doll boxes. So yeah, and again I did like recently sell a doll, so that's why that's here. And yeah, I have some Bratz, and my Mean Girls Bratz and their boxes, which I wasn't able to get Katie, but I won't even get into that. But yeah, she's the only one that's missing here. If she does end up dropping on eBay to like regular price doll, or like one that isn't too expensive, I might get her, but I'm still not sure, just because I do not like supporting scalpers. So yeah, if she ever ends up like dropping to retail price or similar to retail price, I might end up getting her. But yeah, below my Bratz I actually have some books, which the whole bottom I do want to eventually fill with books, just because I do not want to put any dolls on there. Just because, one, my cats might like bump into them and like knock them over, and then I'll have to like be constantly like getting them up and stuff. And yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I don't like put anything on the bottom and just reserve it for like books. Which I actually forgot to mention, but I have some more pops here and some books here, which these books do not fit down here. That's why they're at the top. And yeah, I think that's it for my doll collection, and pretty much it for my room. Just quickly, I'll just for the sake of it, I'll mention my smart doll bag. I did hang it up just because I didn't want to just throw it in my closet. And then I have a shoe rack, which I don't really even use as a shoe rack. I mainly just use it for like my stuff. I do have my air purifier, which is currently on, my automatic air freshener. I do have like 3 cats, so that's a must-have. And yeah, some skincare stuff, and this little lavender, which this is fake lavender by the way, I think you can tell. But yeah, I don't have a pot for it, so it's just mainly like sitting in my room. And yeah, a lint roller, a water bottle, a spray bottle. This box, which I actually got from, this is a Stanley box from the Olivia Rodrigo collab. And yeah, this camera actually, the button actually like fell off, so I'm not sure if it still works or not. But yeah, oh, and this little photo printer I love, by the way. That's how I printed out these photos. I actually took those photos with my phone and just printed out on the little photo printer. I don't think it has any more film. I'm not exactly sure how much film it has left, just because I've like printed out a lot of photos with it, and like for some reason they keep coming out, so I'm not exactly sure how much photos it has left. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my room tour. As you can tell, it's not that big of a room. I would say that it's like definitely not too small, but not too big. It's like the perfect size. I eventually did want to like put my bed over here where my bookshelves are at, and then my bookshelves all across the wall, just because I know that constant exposure to the sun can like cause your dolls to like start to yellow and stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to like put all my dolls over here, which whenever I move I will like make a note of that and like actually like start planning thoroughly. And before I even like make any permanent changes to the walls, like start mounting stuff on the walls, I will like make sure that the placement is where I want it to be. So it's because I like hate putting stuff and then having to take it off. That's why these holes are there, so I do not want a repeat of that situation. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys liked it, comment, like, or subscribe. I know that this was different from my other videos, and I actually want to start posting more like kind of vlogs. I know that I'm mainly focused on like doll content, but yeah, that's something I've always wanted to do. I've always liked looking at vlogs, especially I actually found this vlogger, which she kind of blew up. She's kind of like a vlogger slash gaming content creator, but her name is like Vanilla Maze. She's kind of like inspired me to like start posting on my YouTube channel again. And yeah, she's just like very funny. I'm like nowhere on the same level as her, but yeah, she's kind of like inspired me to like start posting again. So yeah, again, that's pretty much it for today's video. If you guys liked it, comment, like, or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.